So the metaverse is expected to be worth $5 trillion in value by 2030. Last year, from almost nowhere, NFTs went from, let's just call it zero, to $40 billion in 1 year. Hey everyone, I am Bill Inman. Welcome to another episode of Change, where we provide information to prepare the world for the coming Web3 changes in the next few years. That includes blockchain, AI, robotics, AR, VR, Metaverse, and so forth. So today, we're talking about Metaverse and the future of insurance. I'm always excited to talk about these different industries because it's pretty much greenfield. It's wide open in the Metaverse for industries like insurance, of course, one of the largest industries in the world today. So the Metaverse is expected to be worth $5 trillion in value by 2030. Last year, from almost nowhere, NFTs went from, let's just call it zero, to $40 billion in 1 year. Now, as I write this particular, or as we talk about this particular subject here on the video, we're in Q3 of 2022. NFTs are down, but they showed their strength in 2021 and their value. We're going to talk about that today. Now, comparatively, $5 trillion, what does that mean? The global insurance industry is $7 trillion, and the sustainable energy industry is $11 trillion, and retail is $25 trillion. So this is a sizable movement, and you're talking about within the next 8 years. So I'm Bill Inman again. I have 20 years entrepreneurial experience. I have multiple exits. I'm a multiple patent holder, blockchain and AI, working on several others. And I've worked with some of the world's largest companies on digitization, innovation, and growing their companies. So super thrilled to be involved with multiple projects in Web3. Let's define a few terms before we go any further. Number one, the multiverse. We've probably heard about Metaverse before, and you've probably heard about what Facebook is doing with Meta and things like that. What's the multiverse? Well, in the future, it's expected that metaverses, you'll be able to go from one to the other, probably using your crypto wallet to store your profile and your information. And a multiverse is multiple metaverses. So in the insurance industry, you might provide a product that is metaverse focused, let's call it Roblox or whatever the case may be, or Decentraland. But in the multiverse, you might provide products that span all of it. IRL. You might hear a lot more of this. I was confused when I first saw it, like, what's IRL? In real life. So now there's a distinction between products that are put into the metaverse or multiverse and IRL, in real life. And of course, today, we're in that trad, traditional world, or IRL, in real life, or just, this is just reality, right? And then NFTs, non-fungible tokens. These are unique digital assets. So one blockchain record as an NFT, non-fungible token, stores the value for one specific thing. We've seen a lot with art. But as you'll see with other companies that we're working with today, I'm working with today, are using NFTs in various ways to store value. Very exciting prospect for digital goods and digital value. Who's in the metaverse today? On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see Decentraland, the number one decentralized metaverse today. Sandbox also is right there, Illuvium, and VR Chat is an app that basically you can access through Meta. That's more of, those are all more of social interactions. On the right-hand side, Roblox, Fortnite, probably heard of those. Second Life, Axie Infinity, and so on. These are video games. These are centralized metaverses, and they have millions and millions of people in those metaverses already. You might just go, that's a video game. Well, they're transitioning. In Web3, the number one characteristic of a strong Web3 company is community. Of course, revenue, but you've seen a lot of, in the real IRL, revenue is king and value is king for many companies. But in the metaverse and Web3, it's really about the size of your community. Roblox, Fortnite, those companies have a huge community. Perk is another company I'm advising. It's a token for work. It's a Web3 company. It's innovating HR. So we talked about insurance. Obviously, on the insurance side, you might be insuring physical goods, but what about health insurance? Obviously, a tremendously large industry, especially in the United States. So Perk is working to incentivize, and benefits and health and wellness will all be a part of that. So look for Perk, perkprotocol.com. So there's a new economic movement with insurance. So PwC describes a booming virtual economy where blockchain-based transactions involving virtual assets, such as crypto and NFTs, which we just defined, occur more frequently and in higher volumes than ever before, kind of like 0 to 40 billion in NFTs in 2021. Metaverse transaction volume is expected to reach a scale equivalent to IRL transactions in the real world. We're at the beginning of this, so imagine where you can be in this industry if you capture this in advance and you put a foothold there. In this future economy, digital data representing virtual land, buildings, and other property will be considered a regular part of an individual's economic assets, which will lead to the need for such assets to be insured. Now, I'm already in projects where there's land owned, inside of the metaverse, specifically in Decentraland, building some very exciting projects. And we're building from scratch. And yeah, the pixels that show the photorealism of the characters isn't perfect, but it's good enough to have a strong community and to interact. And those spaces that people become familiar with, IRL, playing in the metaverse, those are valuable. Those will need to be insured because things happen, as we all know. Insurance companies will be able to add NFTs and crypto assets to their own investment portfolio. So if you're a CFO watching this or a treasury, then maybe that's of interest to you. What are the risks in the metaverse? Well, I was at dinner last night and we talked about a huge healthcare company that got attacked and held for ransom, and they didn't pay it. And to the level of it played clown music on their screens across hospitals that they were servicing their platform to. Malicious third-party attacks are just as real in IRL as they are in the metaverse. That can be insured. Unintentional infringement of rights, there's just wide open IP inside of the metaverse, inside of Web3, leveraging blockchain. There's so many innovators I'm talking to all the time, but infringement of rights is another area where insurance could be provided. Incidents caused by unexpected events, you could lose your data. We've heard horror stories actually of people losing their passcodes and not being able to access their wallets, their crypto wallets. So you could lose your avatar, you could lose your NFTs, and so forth. You could just be, mess up your VR goggles. So there's going to be basic consumer and business insurance provided across the metaverse. What does metaverse insurance look like? Let's start left to right. Product development. You would most likely, if you're in the insurance industry, develop insurance products for risks faced by users in the metaverse, mainly for non-life insurance companies, right? There's not an actual life there. Although, what a tremendous place to sell life insurance. Matter of fact, I'm going to show this video to a friend of mine I'm going to dinner with tonight. I played college baseball with. He's in that game, and I just thought about that. So you can use it to sell, but mainly you're going to develop products that are in the metaverse. So for sales and distribution, as I just talked about, it's wide open in the metaverse to meet new people, and you can meet new people en masse. You can draw them to you. You can create bots and non-player characters or NPCs to do the talk for you. So you can create experiences, as we talked about with the land that I mentioned earlier that I'm a part of a project on. Perk will be there. So Perk's going to hold job fairs inside of the metaverse, and people will attend. We'll promote IRL, but you can do the same thing for insurance as well. Whether you're a conference watching this or whether you're a company, it's wide open. Why not get there first and help people get their first insurance wallet inside the metaverse, crypto or not? Underwriting and policy servicing. So enable premiums to be paid in crypto assets. Some of you do that already if you're in the industry. Digitize and stream various procedures by introducing NFT-based insurance. Claim processing. You can make payments in the forms of crypto assets. You can conduct damage investigations by using digital twins in the metaverse. Another project I'm involved with is called the Twin Protocol, where you can upload various amounts of data and come up with a photorealistic human-like digital twin to talk, whether it be an author, a celebrity, or even a building can tell you how they're doing. So we're continuing left to right. Asset management. Begin to invest in crypto assets and digital assets in the metaverse. Look at it. Those logos I showed you earlier. See what's going on. It's already a deca-billion-dollar opportunity moving into the trillions. Wide open. You're talking about 10, 20, 30, 100x value being returned over time in these different asset classes. Develop risk management approaches for the new asset class. So here are some insurance companies in the metaverse. Hyungkook, their insurance company in Korea, they've already opened a virtual counseling window in the metaverse. If you're a big company, what's stopping you? Get somebody full-time in the metaverse. Get them in Decentraland. Contact me. I'd like to tell you how to do that. It's wide open. You should be the first there. People that are there, there's humans behind that need insurance. Everybody needs insurance, right? Maybe even multiple policies. Get there. ULife. It has been described as a cross between Fitbit and Fortnite and aims to gamify the life insurance sector. Awesome, because people can earn points for living healthier lifestyles. Obviously, for insurance companies, the longer people live, the better it is for them. And this gamification, which is also perk protocol, which I've mentioned a few times, just how many steps did you take? Here's your perk for doing that. It's going to create healthier lifestyles by giving people more access to their life metrics, and also in the metaverse. MetLife, allowing users to curate their own legacy by uploading important documents, photos, and allowing them to share it with loved ones at a set date in the future, even after death. So in the metaverse, you can have an avatar. That avatar might be powered by Twin Protocol, which I've mentioned, which would upload your digital history into Twin, but your emails and your phone calls and things like that, and create a version of you that people can interact with. Mind-blowing, yes. Happening, yes. What people want to insure in the metaverse. So current buyers of current products in the real world, this market is still maturing, that crossover hybrid, but what a great place to sell your current IRL policies by going into the metaverse. Current buyers using the metaverse. You can use gamification to sell and upsell products you provide to younger customers. So you have Gen Z, they're there, heavy, in full force. Obviously, millennials have been there for some time. Fortnite's been around for a while. And then, of course, Generation Alpha, you can get ahead of that. So they were born 2010 or later. So new buyers doing new things. NFTs, for example, there's tons of new buyers, and it's a brand new landscape. So people may want to insure their metaverse lives, their assets, what have you. Maybe think about developing products for that. So Gucci did develop a product for the metaverse. That's their bag, the Dionysus, a bag that sold for 350,000 Robux, which is about $4,000. So people are going to want to insure these goods that are branded for sure because they're insured in real life. Here's some industry forces that apply for every industry that we need to be reminded of. Taking Michael Porter's classic approach to how competitive forces shape strategy, this is the challenges and opportunities presented to the insurance sector. So you're in this industry now, right? It's here, it's coming, it's growing, 0 to 5 trillion. That you want to be there to make sure that you're part of the new entrant starting at 12 o'clock. You want to be able to make sure that you can, if you're C-level, sway the tides to your company and reduce the threat of new entrants in the market that are doing something valuable. We've seen it in every industry. I mean, Facebook did not get ahead of video, and TikTok overtook them. In order to get ahead of Metaverse, they changed their name to Meta. So the largest companies in the world are entering, and you want to look out for new entrants that could suck up your market. Buyer power, there's a lot there. We talked about millennials and Gen Z. They're there. They're available. They want to talk to you. Be the first to help them get their first wallet. Again, I'm talking Web3, crypto, or even Metaverse asset wallet, NFT wallet, if you will, and harness that buyer power. The threat of substitution. People will be selling to your market inside the Metaverse. It's going to be novel. It's going to be shiny. It's going to be new. They're going to explain the benefits of how they should be working with their company. So sway the threat of substitution by being there. And then supplier power. Start to be the person that harnesses the metaverse for your entire ecosystem, not just for your customers, but for all the different companies, partners, and providers that work with you. So these industry forces are important. Get ahead of them. Who are the potential buyers for insurance in the metaverse? Platform owners and operators, company owners and operators. These could be the Decentralands of the world, even Fortnite, think big. And the interruption of service and malicious attacks and theft of data and legal fees, you probably already contacted them if you're a big C-level watching this insurance company executive. But if you're not, why don't you go after that market? Why don't you appoint a new VP of sales that goes after Web3? And I'm not just talking metaverse, AR, VR as well. Site owners, interruption of service, malicious attacks, theft of data, legal fees, same thing there on a more micro level. App owners too. The users are afraid of losing their digital goods, fraud and theft. And third parties that are there, maybe even just advertisers, theft of IP, fraud, theft, legal fees. There's a whole spectrum of new entrants that need to be educated. Why not you? Why not educating them? Jump on that now, be the first one there, and let's contact these buyers. You can reach me, I'm Bill Inman. You can reach me, Bill Inman, or you can join our fledgling, young, new community where we're going to be posting videos like this and offering education at change.world. That's CHAINGE, the AI is in there, and the AI is going to be in everything by 2030. So please join the Change Network. Excited to work with you. I hope this provided you, if you're not in insurance, think about your industry. What are you going to do? What can you do? Not tomorrow, today, to get started. So I hope you're ready for the change that's coming. I'm Bill Inman, and I'll talk to you soon.